To record. Okay, you guys, hello, happy Sunday. I'm going to dive right in, you guys. We're going to get to work. So if you were just on the batching Zoom, you have so much content. You already know what you're going to be talking about. If you were not on the batching Zoom, that's okay. This is where you pull from your fives list, decide what you want to talk about this week. Maybe what story do you want to tell this week, right? Look at your pain points. One thing that I like that Rochelle says she has is a running pain point, things that she has gone through, like a Google Doc. So I actually just opened up a folder. I don't use Google Docs. I think that's, like a little too fancy for me or something. I'm not sure yet. I'm learning, you guys. I just have it in my Thrive folder on my notes and I put in their pain points. So over the next couple of days, I plan on writing out more pain points, or in my journal, writing out more pain points so that I can start to tell the stories. I can start to really story tell. I think a lot of times when we feel so surface level, you guys, it's because we're maybe not stepping into who we are and the pain points that we personally have. This was something I was actually having a conversation with one of my best friends. One of my biggest things in my life is my MS, you guys, right? Like that's a very huge part of who I am. And if you went to my social media, you wouldn't even know unless the few times I drop it. I don't share about it. And my pain point for my MS can be pain point of anything, right? Like it can be like insert here your pain point, but I don't really talk about it. And I stay so surface level because I shy away from talking about that, but that's who I am, right? Some of y'all are shying away from your own pain points and who you are, and you need to start stepping into that, right? You need to start being a little bit more vulnerable because somebody on the other end of the screen, on the other side of the screen, is waiting for you to share your story, is waiting for them to say, dang, I'm not alone. Oh my gosh, me too, right? If you're struggling with finding your people, if you're struggling with feeling like you just are feeling like you're not giving the impact that you want to give on your social media or through your content, or you feel just so surface level or just like the next person sharing about the product, it's because you need to dig a little bit deeper, right? Dig a little bit deeper. You guys, don't be afraid to get vulnerable and share because somebody on the other end of the screen needs that. Okay. So that's my little tangent for the morning. We're going to go ahead and start off how we always do, you guys. We're going to start off by giving ourselves a little look over on our social media, see how the last week went, see what things we need to tweak this week, what we want to change, what vibe we want to go for. Maybe you look at your newsfeed and you're like, I'm not even vibing my preset anymore. Then go get a new preset. Y'all, I can tell you when I get a new preset, my energy and creativity skyrockets because I'm like, I want to take a new picture because I want to put a preset on that. I want to put a preset on that. I get a whole new vibe. I get so creative, everything, the juices start flowing, you guys. So some of y'all need to just go get a new preset and find a new preset that you in your stories, because that'll make you excited to get in your stories. Or no preset. Maybe you're like, I'm done with presets. Then don't preset it. Do whatever you want. But what I'm saying is, look at your social media. Let's take a little audit right now and see what you can bring this next week that is going to help you and that's going to make you grow and push you. So we're going to take a few minutes and we're going to set up our goals for the week. How many trial packs do you want to get out? How many customers do you want to help? How many promoters do you want to help? We are running out of May and running into June. I almost just said September. So clearly I need to get rewind. We are running out of May. We are running into June, you guys. This is where being set up with your planner, being very disciplined is going to be key. June, July, August, you guys, a lot of you have your babies coming home. You're on summer break. Rochelle shared about it in the Limitless chat, or some of y'all, it's just more parties. There's more extracurricular activities. You need to get very disciplined right now. So this is where looking at your social media, making sure, seeing what you need to like adjust. Maybe you need to, pick certain times to do things, so on and so forth. We'll dive more in, but let's take a few minutes, social media audit, write our goals out for the week. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead now and dive in for our week. So we're going to plan out our week. So Monday through Sunday, right? Figure out what you're going to talk about. You have your batching content from the Zoom. If you weren't on it, that's okay. You can watch the replay or create from what you want, right? Like maybe you want to talk about whatever pain points that you have. Maybe you're going to take some time after this and get your pain points together and then talk about it. Start telling a story throughout the week. I'm not sure, you guys, the biggest thing that I can say is go where your heart leads you. Right? Like Rochelle said this last week, like we do those batching Zooms, and do I always use the batching content? No. Do I use a majority of it? Absolutely. But there are some days where I'm like, there's just something on my heart and I need to type it out and I need to share it, and I share it. Right. Or there's just sometimes I wake up on a Monday and I'm like, you know what? I want to focus on this these next few days because it's really like been at my, it just, so I'll write that down in my planner. Right. So what do you want to talk about this week? What do you want to focus on? What do you want to share? Go ahead and write down your Monday through Sunday and just start getting things organized and put things down. I want you to plan for your stories and plan for your feed. Okay. So right now we're going to do both. We're going to plan for our stories. We're going to plan for our feed. So what in your stories, like maybe you're just going to drop energy on a Monday and you want to touch on the energy. Maybe you on Tuesday, you're going to talk about free product credit and earning a paycheck, right? So maybe you want to talk about both. Maybe you want to put in there when you're going to do before and after photos, right? Like I was getting to the point where I was getting so heavy on before and after photos that like I was relying on those and not even going on and talking about the products. So making sure that I have a balance also makes me feel like my audience is still getting me too. So yeah, they're going to get before and afters and see all of that, but then they're going to hear me in my stories being like, y'all need to feel this good. And guess what? I'm showing up that way. Right. I'm showing up as feeling good. They can see it because they're like, dang, she looks like she feels good. Yeah. Because I'm telling you what these products are doing for me. Right. So if you guys are all out there screaming, oh, this gives me energy. This is something Rochelle talked about on, I don't know what Zoom it was because I feel like the days blur together, but she was talking about it in a Zoom on Limitless. And it was about sharing the story, right? So she'll say in the morning, like it gives her energy. And then she goes and through her story that day, she's showing her to-do list and how she's cleaning the bathrooms and how she's picking up and all that kind of stuff. And it made me really take a step back because I was like, my stories are like a jumbled hot mess. Like I talk about energy and then the next thing you know, I don't even know where I'm at. I'm on like some weird tangent. But I like structure. So when she said that, I was like, okay, I need to start preaching and showing what I'm preaching, not even just Thrive related, right? So if I'm talking about feeling good, I feel so good, y'all, like, guess what? Like, I might go on and show me doing my makeup and doing my hair because I feel good and I want to get ready today, right? That's whatever the case may be. So go ahead and plan out your stories, plan out your content. If you have any questions, drop it in the chat, but I'm going to block this one for about 5 to 7 minutes because we're doing both topics. So this way you are planned for the week. All right. I'm not gonna lie, I forgot to set the timer on that. So I hope you guys had enough time. If not, this is something that you can circle back to. Just kind of getting that plan of action, like kind of a game plan for your stories and for your week with your content. And I promise you, the more you play with this, you guys, the more you're going to find what works for you. So I'm still in a learning phase of, just like I said, like I learned from Michelle about basically more storytelling through my stories, without it just being thrive. So like I'm talking thrive energy, but then I'm showing it in my everyday life. So this is something that I'm also learning learning through as well. So just keep in mind, these are just like little things, little bullet points, write them down, plan them out, and then kind of see how you flow, and you'll find your rhythm and what works for you. And then as you do, just keep implementing that and change whatever isn't, right? That is like the biggest like tip I can give. So next we are going to talk about our Zooms real quick. We're going to add those in for the week. So you guys know there's so many different teams on here. There's so many different work with me's. There's so many different Zoom trainings you can get on. So my biggest thing is go where you feel led, go where you can get onto them, go and do what you like want to do, right? Okay. So like if you can't get on the limitless ones, but you can get on the lion-hearted work with me's, go get on the lion-hearted work with me's. If you're going to be able to get on a work with me, get on one, right? Whether it be wherever, and if it fuels you and it helps you and it's making you become better and grow in your business, go do it, right? That's the beauty of so many options, right? But also don't feel overwhelmed like you have to be on every single one. Okay. Don't feel like you have to get on the work with me's for lion-hearted, the work with me's for this, and the work with me's for limitless, and all these types of things either. Or this Zoom, and I want to hear that Zoom, and do all of these Zooms, because I'm telling you what, if you are going to the end of your day and it's 8 or 9 o'clock and you haven't even worked your business yet, y'all, that is important. You need to work your business, and you can listen to the replay of a training. Now, a work with me, obviously you're going to get onto that work with me and work your business. So that's important. But sometimes I think we pack so much trying to be on every single different Zoom that there is. And then you look and you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't even do my IPAs today. Or wow, I didn't even post yet today. But you're getting on all of these Zooms, right? So keep that in mind too, you guys. Don't get yourself onto every Zoom, because that was me for so long. I was on every single Zoom all of the freaking time. And then I felt like I wasn't showing up for my marriage. I wasn't showing up for my home, but I was on all the Zooms, right? And I wasn't even showing up for my business the way it needed to. So sometimes, you guys, I just want to throw that out there, because we have so many Zooms to choose from. Pick which ones feel best for you and run with it. Okay. So in Lion-Hearted, you can pick it up right in the beginning. You can see it right at the top. It says Lionheart, and then you'll have all of the work with me's, all the kind of stuff. Or in Limitless, I'm going to show you guys in Limitless, which keep in mind, this is going to change for June. So this is just going to ride out these next couple days, and then we'll go into the June schedule. And as far as I know, nothing has changed for June. Okay. So we know that we have on Limitless, we have Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 10 a.m. work with me's. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we have 8 p.m. work with me's. Sundays, we have our batching and planning at 10:30 and then 11:30. On Monday nights, we have our 8 p.m. Zoom, Lindsay's overall team Zoom. And on Wednesdays at 7 p.m., Christina Brill does her team Zoom, which is a different Zoom ID, which you can grab on the graphic. And then, like I said, plug in whatever Zooms you need. So I'm going to give you guys just a couple minutes to plug in your Zooms. And what I like to do, you guys, is when the Zoom schedule comes out in the beginning of the month, just to verify, like I always verify that nothing is going to change. So once the June one drops, I will go in and plug in for my week for the entire month. This way I know, like on Mondays at 8 p.m., I'm on the Limitless Zoom. That's a non-negotiable for me. What work with me's I'm going to get on. Those are the non-negotiables for me. If I'm going to hop on any other Zooms, like we had the Zoom training yesterday, right? That Lindsay, Katie, and Em did. And if you guys weren't on that, watch the replay, you guys. They spit fire. And they're going to do one once a month, they said. So what I do is I plug that in. Lavelle has a training on the 1st of June. So that's already in my calendar and plugged in so that I can get on that. So do you see how I kind of plug things in? So this way, when I'm planning things for the rest of the month, I kind of already know, oh, well, if I can change that and do it a different time, great. If not, I can change that work with me. Maybe I'll go on the Wednesday work with me versus the Tuesday one, right? But I try to set my work schedule because my work is important, right? Yes, our lives are important. And we always say, well, you work this business around your lives, but sometimes we can get so focused of working our lives in like around our business that our business then becomes the back seat. So what I try to do is make my business just like if I went to a 9 to 5 and I was kind of clocking in, there are just some things that I have that are non-negotiables, right? So I highly suggest you picking those out for yourself as well, right? So I'm here every Sunday, every Monday, right? Unless I can't, those types of things. So go ahead and plan for that. Okay, sorry, I had to say goodbye to my husband and he is borrowing one of my favorite headbands. And I told him he better not lose it because you can't even get that anywhere anymore. So, that's what happens when your wife forgets to cut your hair and it's too long and he's a goalkeeper and he's like, I can't have my bangs falling in my hair. So he's wearing, yes, Rochelle, it's a Lululemon like headband that I use and I like love it. I've had it since like probably 10 years. You can't get this. Yes. Well, he like put it on. Sorry, you guys, random, but he put it on. That's what I had to go run upstairs for. And he's like, oh, that's too girly. And then he like puts it on. He's like, I mean, is this bad? And I'm like, you're wearing a headband. Like, I don't really know. Like, there's like, what lines are you trying to not cross? Because you're wearing a headband. Like, you do you, whatever. But he's going to rock it. So anyways, I hope that thing comes home and he doesn't leave it at the field because that's just where we're at. So you guys, what other things do you like to plug into your calendar? If there are some things that you'd like to share, please drop it in the chat so that we know your background work, right? That's something that Rochelle probably is typing right now, but that is something that is so key, you guys, is plugging in that background work. And there is a whole list of, oh, I love that, cleaning schedule. So putting in your cleaning schedule, personal appointments and errands for the week, your background work. I'm going to start doing the whole, like where I have my IPAs and then I'm picking 3 things out of the background work every single day to mark off. So I love that. My tasks list. Ooh, I like that. Start in the morning and by the end of the day, what I get done. I love it. I'm just verbally saying it so that the people that are watching the replay will be able to know. I have monthly tasks, so I plug those in. I love that. On June 4th, I'm going to send a reminder to my auto ship customers. Yes, thank you, Ashley. You guys, we have auto ships running this week, so make sure you check in with your auto ship customers. Do you have people on trial packs? If you have people on trial packs, when are you checking in, right? When are you checking shipping on your trial packs, right? These are things that you can plug into your time. So like we are ending a month going into a new month. So now this is when I'll start sending out my thank yous to all my customers for the last month, right? So my little thank you gifts, my thank yous, however I'm going to do That is what I then send out at the beginning of a month. My non-negotiables go in every day. I love that, writing down your non-negotiables. That is something I'm transitioning to as well. Instead of having things in my phone, I find personally, you guys, and this is another thing, get to know yourself. I find personally, when I am pen to paper, I am much more accountable. When I have it in my phone, I love checking things off, and certain things I can do, like my E60 checklist thing. I love it. And I do that on my checklist, but the other things I like to write it down and see what I'm doing. And for some reason that works for me. So I've learned what works and doesn't work. So that's perfect to plug in. So you guys checking in with your customers, checking in with your promoters, right? When's the last time you checked in with your team? Even people that maybe haven't been active in a while. When's the last time you just popped in and said, hey, I was just thinking of you. How was your Memorial Day weekend? Did you guys do anything fun? Like, do you have any big summer plans? Right? You guys, those are great questions to ask even with your customers. Like, hey, how was your Memorial Day weekend? Are you excited for the kids to be off for summer? Like, do you guys have any summer plans, right? These are all things you can start talking to your customers and your promoters about, or even your potentials, right? So if you've been doing follow-ups and all of your follow-ups have been Thrive related, like, hey, are you ready to try your products? Obviously don't say that, but you know what I'm saying? Like those types of things. Maybe these next few follow-ups are, hey girl, did you have a great Memorial Day weekend? Can you believe it's almost summer? Right? Like just start checking in have normal conversations. Now I schedule out promos for the month too. I love that. That is one thing that I'm going to put on my list to do because I don't do that and I need to do that. I schedule more weekly and I feel like if I schedule more monthly, I will just feel better about life. And another thing too, you guys, when you're scheduling your promos in for the week, so let's say that you're going to do a promo. Oh, and team promos. I love that. Team promos. So team promos, you guys, I love that. So one thing that I have just started to do, so I'm not even going to like speak like super confidently on it, but one of the last little things I'm going to share with you guys is I have been like last week, I really talked heavy on the products. So I was really sharing before and afters, really talking heavy on the products. And then at the end of the week, so yesterday, I dropped a post that said you can get trial packs, right? Like where I had done that in my stories, you could get trial packs, but during the week, I really like didn't just say like, hey, come get a trial pack. And so I dropped that. So it was like I led up to it all week and then dropped it. And one of the other things I did, you guys, was I tagged my husband on my trial pack post yesterday, and I have trial pack sample requests and I'm not even friends with them. And when I go search them, they're friends with my husband. So do you see how they are seeing my stuff? They're not even friends with me, but I like now they know, and I tag him on a few things a week. I try to. So a lot of like my before and afters, or if I'm like, I'm now a better wife because I feel good, I tag him, right? Because that includes him in that. I'm a better person. Now, if I'm like not even talking about anything that would relate to him, I don't share it to him. But yes, tag Greg in everything. Yes. Right. So use their network. My husband is not on social media. Well, he is, but he's like the stalker in the background. Like he doesn't post, he doesn't do anything. Like I even asked him who a couple people were. He's like, I don't know. I'm like, okay, here we are. So tag them. But do you see how I kind of built it up all week? And then I had people questioning. Another thing too, you guys, that you might need to do, well, I love that. See, Rochelle, she's networking through her husband's stuff. Same, right? So don't be afraid to use your husband or spouse or boyfriend or even your family members or somebody, you know what I mean? Like maybe you're out with your mom and you share like something about the opportunity and why you get to be out with your mom. Tag your mom because you never know who's going to see it. You guys, you just never know who will get in your inbox. There was something I was going to say, but I forgot. So clearly it wasn't that important because I don't remember. I'm trying to think. Nope, it's gone. So y'all, if you have any questions, let me know. I try to make these a little bit shorter for you because planning is something that I do kind of the rest of the day because things will hit and I'll be like, oh, I need to do that, or I need to think about things, or I need to go back and kind of like readjust. So we have a great base for our week, right? We know our goals for the week. We gave ourselves a social media audit, so we know where we kind of slacked and where we want to pick things up. And maybe you were like, wow, I'm all selfies. I need to start taking some photos with my kids, or I need to start taking some photos of the things I'm doing, right? One thing that really hit for me, and I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but Hasey shared in the team chat about how I think it's 80% of people join for like the small things that this business can bring in the community and all of that kind of stuff. So start sharing those small things. If you're getting together with your team, even if it's something so little like going out for ice cream or doing a little team Zoom or a one-on-one or our like this type of stuff, make sure you're sharing it. Do you know how many people just join for community and friendships and the little things and the trips and so on? Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many little things that I think y'all are forgetting to share, me included. And there's so much we try to focus on the big stuff when the little stuff is so important, you guys. It's so, so important. Like maybe you're having like a conversation with a sideline sister and it's like has nothing to do with like the business, right? Maybe you're just like talking about whatever, screenshot it and say, oh my gosh, I'm so thankful for Samantha because if it wasn't for this business, I wouldn't have these laughs, right? Share that little conversation because somebody might be like, okay, I don't have anybody to text with. I don't have that kind of friendships, right? Or maybe somebody's like, maybe you're texting with your team and you're like, girl, you are about to hit those dreams and whatever, blah, 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 blah. Share that. Share those types of things. Do you know how many people wish they could find a better circle of friends? And they can do that here in this industry. They can do that here, right? You guys share those types of things. I've been taking inspo from other social sellers for pics to help switch out my photos. Yes, I love that. Rochelle's great at doing that, you guys. So follow her for more tips because I am not. You are really good at it, Rochelle. Okay, don't let her fool you. You guys, Samantha's really good at posting a bunch of like different stuff too. So if you need inspo on pictures, don't get in the comparison trap. Go and just like I literally look at other people's pictures and go mimic that photo. I can't get into comparison trap when I'm doing that because guess what? I'm not going to look like them. My house is going to be different, all of that, but I mimic kind of the style of what they're doing. Or if I see something in somebody else's, I'm like, ooh, kind of digging that because if I'm attracted to it, means that the people that are my people are going to be attracted to that too. And then I'm going to find my people. Okay, my team has been doing that a lot actually and writing how thankful they are to have a leader who shows up for them. Yes, you guys, right? And even if you don't have a team, but you are like you are showing up, show that. Show a picture of you on the Sunday Zoom and say, planning out my week. I'm here to always help you plan, right? Like start giving yourself more credit and more props and building yourself as a leader. Right? If you're on a Monday night Zoom and you are like listening to the Zoom, you can like even get on the next day and guys and be like, listen, y'all, I show up because I want to be the best leader for you. So when you lock arms with me, you guys, I'm here with you every single step of the way, right? Like those types of things, start giving yourself more credit and giving yourself more confidence. Let's start talking about it, right? Let's start being more confident. Okay. Before I go on this like total rant for the next however long, I'm going to let y'all go because it's a holiday weekend and I'm sure y'all want to go enjoy the sunshine or whatever else. So if you have any questions, you guys know where to find me, Christina Tammy. I'll upload this soon. Sometimes my computer is slow and I will be going to my parents. So I will try to get it up today. If not, it'll go up tomorrow. But I hope you guys all have a great rest of your weekend. Don't forget about the sale we have today and tomorrow. Buy two, get one free. excludes collagen gummies, collagen pink pro, packs promo of okay, read the fine print. I just thought I'd throw that in there. So you guys make sure to follow up with people. I know I need pink pro too. Make sure you follow up with people and ask them if they need to stock up or anything like that. So don't be afraid to reach out to customers, even just sharing the little graphic and saying, hey, hope you're having an amazing Memorial Day weekend. Just wanted to make sure you didn't miss this in your email. Let me know if you need any help stocking up, right? Simple as that, you guys. It can be super simple with following up with your customers, as simple as that. I always do just wanted to make sure you didn't miss this in your email, right? Because they're getting the same emails that you are getting, but a lot of times maybe they aren't even opening it. It's going to their junk. So it's just like a little, I'm here, customer service, making sure you didn't miss the email. Done. And then if they message me that they want it, great. And if they don't, I at least did my customer service, right? So simple. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend, and I will see you guys all next week. Remember, how you end a month is how you start a month. So run out of May. Let's run into June, and I will see you guys all next Sunday.